What's up, everybody? Welcome to CFP Talks. My name is Joe Nissim. With me, as always, is Mr. David Fuchs. David, good morning.
Honestly, you caught me a little off guard there. There wasn't like a 3, 2, 1 or anything. All of a sudden, I hear the lady on the Zoom, recording begin, whatever she says,
Recording in progress.
recording in progress, and I'm like, whoa, all right, like let's go.
That lady haunts my dreams, by the way. Like I hear that in my nightmares, like recording in progress. No,
Because you probably hear it like
all day.
multiple times a day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then when I record like videos for classes, I'll typically do it on Zoom, and then I'll edit the
Yeah, so
video.
so
So
you have
then,
like a pseudo relationship with her.
yeah, we're kind of in it. We have a thing. We're going steady.
You are
I just bought her promise ring
with the
with a
Zoom
Zoom
lady.
lady. Uh, I call her Jessica.
Yeah.
David, I want to talk about something that you and I actually have never talked about. And I put this into the show notes because it's something that I've been seeing, and it's not something new. It's just something that we just haven't really talked about. But I hear people saying it more and more. And I think, you know, what we talked about last week, which was studying is hard. And oftentimes it's not hard just because the CFP material is hard. It's hard to sit there and go over something over and over again and give it the repetition that it deserves.
Hmm.
There's another part to this, and it's less talked about because I think it's a little taboo. And I think, two, nobody really wants to say it out loud. And I really noticed this with one of my nephews.
Oh, all
So
right.
my nephew started playing football, and at the end of the season, he says to his mom, my sister, I don't want to play football next year. And she's like, why? She's like, because, and he's like, because I want to play a different position, but the coaches won't let me. And my sister, like a good Nissim, goes, Ben, you got to earn that. You don't get to just ask for it and get it. You got to earn it. You got to put in the work. You got to show them that you deserve it. I don't want to do that because, like, if I start doing it, I'm going to feel stupid.
Hmm.
And I was like, huh. I was like, man, how does an 11-year-old like just like say it out loud like that? Like, no fear about the way he was feeling, just says it out loud. And I was like, huh. I felt that way at times where like I don't want to necessarily study, not because I don't work hard or I don't want to work hard, but because studying makes me feel stupid sometimes.
Like, yeah, you're like not, it's not you being lazy about it. Like you're totally fine to get up to do the work. You're just worried about how it's gonna kind of rock your confidence,
Yes,
basically.
exactly. I think that is really hard to like, and when you start studying, you're so excited, like you're still a little wet behind the ears, you're bushy tailed, I'm ready to go. And initially when you're learning vocabulary, this is not so bad, but eventually you're going to run into a case study or a couple of questions or a set of questions or a quiz that absolutely fucking rocks you. Like you're going, what? Like, huh? What? How? No, this material doesn't get interpreted this way. I know all my definitions. Like I knew the definition. It doesn't wait. Like, and you get so turned around that you're sitting there going, "Oh my God, I can't take this test. This test is bigger than me, and I can't do it." And I really noticed this the last time with some of the people in my last group that didn't get over the finish line. And with some of those people that were very close to passing.
Hmm.
The one thing that kept coming up over and over again in those conversations were, Joe, to be honest, I didn't really think I could pass. And getting this close made me feel like I could pass.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
So,
That's
two
very interesting.
really interesting things are coming up. And I think there needs to be something said for both of those things. And I want to start off with this, that studying makes me feel stupid. It's supposed to.
Especially for this exam, honestly, like, and really for anything, because what's the point? What are you studying for? You're studying because you're trying to learn something that you don't know.
Yes.
So anytime you're trying to learn something you don't know, no matter what it is, it could be something material like a book, like for an exam, or it can be learning how to do something, active like a sport or a game or whatever. Anytime that's the first time you're doing it, or even the second or third, or it's early on, you're naturally going to feel stupid and you're going to feel vulnerable. And that's just part of life in every single facet.
Yeah.
Like, rarely does someone just pick up a ball, pick up a book, and become an expert or even achieve the level that they're trying to achieve within the first, I don't know, 10 yards,
Sure.
analogizing it to a football field.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to feel that way. And it's totally, routine. And especially for an exam like this.
Well, I think that when you go and you start studying for this exam, there needs to be a mindset shift. And I think this is really important. Everything around us moves quickly, very,
Hmm.
very, very quickly, right? Like I want a pizza, I go on Grubhub and I order pizza in under 5 minutes. Now
Yep.
we got things like Chat GPT that will summarize things for you in seconds. We have you want if you want food, you could go down the grocery store. There's something pre-made. You want to order something. You want directions. Boom on your phone. And not to somebody who grew up without a cell phone. And I didn't get my first iPhone until my mid 20s because I also was very stubborn. I was like, I don't want this phone because I know if I get it, I'm never going back. And I was like,
Yeah.
love my BlackBerry. And that was such a big jump for me. But Blackberries weren't as big of a jump from your regular cell phone as everybody made it out to be. But when you look at it in that respect, everything around us moves quickly. Everything that we do is moving quick. We want quick returns. We want quick results. We want quick, 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 quick. But the thing is that if you go in with that mindset, if I want things quickly, you will get things quickly, but they'll often be the things that you don't want, and they're often fleeting. No difference than if you you go on a diet and you lose 20 pounds in a month, you're likely to gain it back. If you try to absorb a lot of CFP material really, 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 really quick,
Yeah, you'll forget it.
you're going to forget it and you're not really going to know it that well to begin with.
Right.
And you have to go in with this idea that this moves slow.
Hmm.
It's
Totally. That's a
it's
good point.
you got to think about it like you're building 10 pounds of muscle in your brain. And if you were to go to the gym and put on 10 pounds of muscle, you know that that process takes 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months of consistently working out. And sometimes you're not going to see the results that you want to see. And you're going to feel like I'm doing something and I'm not getting the result that I want. And this is tough. This is, when we look at athletes who are so incredibly skilled, you look at somebody like a Kyrie Irving who can dribble a basketball in his sleep better than most people can do after years of training. But one of the things that you look at athletes that I think is so absolutely incredible is their life is actually quite simple. They get up, they go to the gym, they do the same freaking things every day, and they come home, they rest, they recover. And you think, oh my God, this athlete has such a glamorous life because but the reason why they're so good at what they do is they zone out the noise and they don't necessarily give into that feeling of, I don't feel good doing this today. I feel
Hmm.
kind of dumb. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
You're studying something new. It's not everything that you do is gonna come to you the first time that you do it. And in all honesty, it's a little bit arrogant to think that you can look at material once or twice and just be like, I'm an expert. Think about all
Hmm.
the people in your field that, why do we covet experience? You've seen it before. You've dealt with it 10 times, 20. I don't want somebody who's now has two clients, right? That's why we put CFP after our name because it makes us look like, especially for
Mm.
you younger people, right? I want those letters because it makes me look like I've been doing this a little bit of time. And
Yeah,
for your clients, one of the biggest things that I had going against me when I was producing, David, was I was young.
yeah,
What the heck do you know, man? You haven't been through anything. We want people who have been through it. We want experienced people.
yeah.
In a way,
You
you got
want,
to build that for yourself inside of these studying.
yeah, no, no, for sure. And that's actually a good point because you could have one person on the left, let's say, that is, super talented and, really, really good at their game. And I'm talking about an advisor, but is on the younger side. They have black hair, black beard. And then you got someone on the right that, maybe they're not as talented, maybe they're not as honestly, quite honestly, not as smart, but the client will probably most of the time go, in my opinion, with the older person. They got that salt and pepper beard, they got, maybe gray hair, and they just look like they have more experience. That's just the nature of the game. And because the client in the back of their mind, they don't know the talent level, but they know this guy or this gal has looks like they have experience and has been through it.
That's right.
And that's just what it is.
That's right. They look like they've been through it. And I'm not paying you necessarily for your expertise. I'm paying you because you keep your cool.
Yep.
You keep your
Hmm.
cool under pressure. And the only way that you do that is through experience. And for a lot of you guys who will go, I see a problem and I panic. It's telling you you're not there yet. You need more repetition. Like the studying is you're going to go on a roller coaster because and I've said this that to a lot of people. We all want studying to be this nice, neat little process. I want to fold everything into nice little boxes. I want to put this here. Studying is anything but. It's sloppy. It's messy. It's non-linear. You don't go up like this. It would be beautiful if everybody did, but a lot of times you're learning plateaus and then you get this big jump up and you plateau and maybe sometimes you forget stuff and it comes back down and it looks more like
Hmm.
a stock chart than
Hmm.
necessarily like a beautiful line going up. It's a messy process. It's an emotional process. But know that the only way that you get through to the other side was with repetition because every time you look at something, you'll get a little bit better. You'll know a little
Hmm.
bit more. You'll have seen it before. But you got to work through it the right way. You can't just
Hmm.
keep guessing your way through the Q bank and expect something's magically going to hit you. You got to think about it and you got to go after it. You really got to put in the effort to say, I know what I'm doing because I'm thinking this through and I'm connecting point A to point B. That's how you build the confidence.
Yep. Exactly.
So, with that, everybody, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure that you like this video, that you subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys on our next episode. Take care, everybody.